All right. Good morning, Zoom crew. We are at September 24th, I believe. And it is Thursday, and we have a great morning of swings ahead of us. So I'm just about to post the warm-up in the chat for you all. We're going to start off with some cardio. So run, bike, ski, row if you have it, or jump rope or penguin claps, depending on where you are. We're going to do, there's two moves I want to kind of just go over with you. We'll talk them out. One we've done before in the past, but maybe only once or twice. It's a traveling kettlebell swing. And so it requires a step out and a step together. And so actually we're going to start practicing it with no weight just to begin. But basically you're going to actually start from standing and you're going to step right, swing in between, and then when we come up, we bring our legs together. So still the same motion with our back and our arms. We're using our hips to pop, but it's almost, to me, I almost think of it like a kettlebell jumping jack. So you're stepping and going down, and when you come up, you're coming up into that I position. So that would be the traveling swing, and we'll test that out first without weight, and then we'll add weight in the warm-up. And then also we're gonna do one-arm swings where you wanna just do the swing the exact same way, but you're gonna track your other arm or your off arm. So when we're doing those swings, we'll have the kettlebell up in our hand in one arm, my other arm, my off arm, I'm going to track as if it's going with it. All right. So in the warm up, we're going to start one arm at a time. And then in the workout, we're going to alternate hands. So we'll just mess around with that. Depending on the size kettlebells you have, if your kettlebell is heavier, that might be tricky. And then in that case, you would just stick with two hands. Okay. So those are two moves I just wanted to preview with you all. We're going to do our normal 40-second on, 20-second off. You're going to start with whatever kind of cardio you're going to do. I think we're going to run this morning. I was thinking I was going to bike, but it's nice out. And so just take a second to get your weight set, get your water set, and we're going to go in about a minute. All right, everybody good? I'm gonna put my timer on for us. We're gonna start with cardio, 40 seconds in 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna run. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Next, we're going into a goblet or like a tempo, a tempo deadlift. And so we really want to practice hinging at the hips here. So we're going to go down. We're going to take 3 seconds, slowly lifting up, and really practice hinging at the hip. Make sure those shins are staying straight. You're sending your hips back. Slow descent. Really good hip hinge because we're going to be working that with all the swings. That hip hinge is sending the work into our hamstrings and our glutes. All right, next we're going to do a lunge matrix, which we have done before. We're going to step forward, diagonal, laterally, reverse, and then do a curtsy. This round, we're only doing the right side, so we can start together. You're going to lunge forward, kiss the knee, come up, about 130, and come up, 3 o'clock. Come up, reverse, come up, and then that curtsy is hitting it back to about 7 o'clock. And then we're going to take it right from the top again. So forward, 130, side lunge, reverse, curtsy, forward, one more on the angle. All right, now we're going to do the same thing on the left hand side with the left leg. Same rotation, same progression. In 3, 2, 1, go. So step forward with the left, kiss that knee. About 10:30, 9 o'clock. Reverse, and curtsy, forward, angle, lateral, reverse, I have just enough space for this. Okay, next up is going to be just our regular Russian swings. So again, we want to get our feet planted in the ground. Nice, we want to be hitting across the whole foot, not just in the heels or in the toes. Swing it back once and pop the knees and the glutes. Shins should be perpendicular. Using your legs to drive through the ground to stand up and pop that bell up. Keep a good straight back as you go back down. You don't want to round out. Okay. Next move is our side-facing burpee. So we're going to put our bell or our dumbbell in the middle of our mat. We're actually going to start with our feet lined up to the bell. And we're going to do a burpee, hop up, hop over the bell. So back down to our standard burpee or your modification. 2 feet hop over. And then we go down again. Feet are together as you hop over. You can scale by jumping back into plank and not going all the way down to the push-up. You can scale by doing a step back instead of a jump back, or a step over instead of a jump over. You can also scale, rest. You can also scale that one using your knees. All right, here's that traveling swing. So let's start with no weight to begin with, just to get that motion. So start together. You step out and come up. Out, come up. Out, in, out, in. So out is down, in is up. If you're feeling comfortable with that movement, now you can go ahead and add some weight. See what that feels like. All right, rest. And for our 8th round, we're going to do our one-arm swings. Again, if you have only one heavy cowbell or dumbbell, stay with 2. We're going to do right arm first. So we're going to bend down, we're going to kick it back. And remember to track that left hand. Everything else is exactly the same. Switch hands, go left, track that right. We're still concentrating on driving through the floor with our hips and our glutes, straightening our knees to pop our hips and get that bell up. 2, 1, and swing it down comfortably. Okay, good warm up. Hopefully you're all feeling a little looser, and I know my breath is up a little bit. So the main thing is when we're doing all these different kettlebell swings, we're really doing the same movement. So the same points of performance. Legs, driving with the glutes and the hamstrings, popping the hips, and then also making sure straight back, hiking it down and putting it down comfortably, whether it's one arm or 2 arm. All the same principles that we always practice with kettlebell swings apply to all of these different ones. All right, next, just kind of popping into the workout here. We are going to, if you've been following along with the programming, we've been doing a bunch of planking each day, different styles. So working on our core stability. So we're going to do a Tabata of 2 rounds of Tabata of front planks with 3 points of contact. So the first one, we're going to do a front plank, and we're going to elevate our right foot. Second one, we elevate our left. So we'll just be in our normal plank position to start. Timer will go off. 3 points. Left would be 3 points here. And then arm and arm. Main thing you can do there is narrow is less stable, wider is more stable. So if you feel uncomfortable, widen out your base on your legs. That'll give you more stability. If you're feeling okay, bring them in a little bit. Also, really focus on your hips not tilting too much. We want to try and keep them as much as possible parallel to the ground. All right, so I'm going to set the clock. We're doing, it would be total of 8 rounds. We're doing each of those twice, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So first one is going to be that right foot elevated. All right, questions or everybody's good? Great, here we go. 10 seconds. Getting into position. In 3, 2, 1. So get into that good front plank, and then go ahead and lift your right leg, trying to keep that straight. I am flexing my foot so that I'm driving through my heel. I am squeezing my glute and my hamstring as well. And rest. Next round is the left side. 2, 1, go. So same thing, really driving through that leg, squeezing that glute. Tight core. Sucking my navel towards my spine. Strong upper body. 2, 1, rest. Now we're going to go right arm this time. So again, depending on how you feel, you can widen the base This is where you really want to make sure you're driving that right hip back down, because our tendency is going to want to lean to get that arm up. 1, rest. So you feel that where it's really trying to get you to twist, you're fighting against that. Last round is left arm. So same thing. Again, if you're really getting wobbly, widen out your feet a little bit. If you're feeling good, you want to test yourself, bring them in a little closer. Rest. So try, make sure, 2 things to avoid. We don't want to see the butt going up, and we also don't want to get a sling in our back. Back to that right foot. Keeping a nice straight line from my shoulders down to my left ankle. Two, 1, rest. Probably also feeling it in your hip flexors on that leg that's supporting. 2, 1, go, left leg. Nice and strong all the way through your whole body. And breathe. 2, 1. Now we're going right arm, got 2 to go. Right arm, left arm. And then we're moving into our WOD. Go. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, my timer skipped there for a second. Three, 2, 1. And we're going to do one more round on the left. My timer is acting a little funky. 2, 1, go, left arm. Breathe, focus on those hips, squeeze those glutes. All right. Not a lot of movement, but a hard job there. A lot of sweat coming out. Those are great for improving our posture, for strengthening our core, for all of our multi-joint movements. And taking out that one point of contact really challenges your balance there. All right, so now we are going to get into the WOD, which is excellent cardio boost here. Just popping it in the chat for you all. But basically what we have is 5 rounds of 4 minutes of work and a minute of rest. In those 4 minutes of work, you are going to do a 400-meter row, ski, or run, a 0.8K bike, or about 2 minutes of jump rope or penguin claps, whatever you did for your warm-up cardio. Then we're going to get into 30 swings. Each round, we're going to do a different swing. The only swing that we haven't practiced or performed yet is a staggered leg. So I just want to test that with you all first. So I'm gonna just demo that and then have you do a few while you're warming up, just to try them out. But what we have is, with the staggered swing, I'm gonna just step 1 foot back. Also, this is like when you're doing pistols, if you do a toe spot, I'm lining my toes up with my back heel. So I'm just having one leg a little bit forward and one leg a little bit back, and then you're doing your standard swing. So you want to make sure your legs are still wide enough apart to have a good swing here, and you're just gonna do your regular swing movements and step up. By staggering it, I'm putting more of the force has to come from that front leg. So it's just mixing up the stimulus in your leg in terms of driving through the hip and the hamstring. That forward leg is bearing more of the brunt, just like when we toe spot for a pistol or something like that. All right, so everyone just come on and take like 10 seconds just to mess around with both sides, see how it feels, because it does feel a little awkward at first. So you're gonna, again, line up like you normally would on the bell. You're gonna step, line your foot up your right toe with your left heel and step out. And then you're gonna just do your normal swinging. So hike it back, drive. You're just driving much more through your left leg, and you're feeling it in your right leg, probably more in your calf and towards the front of your quad by your knees. So just do a few there. And then same thing on the other side. Try a few with the right leg forward. Just to get that feeling. Great. Those all look good. It's just, I just wanted to do that because we didn't do it in the warm up. And again, all these swings feel a little weird from when if you're used to just doing our normal Russian swings. After we finish our 30 swings, so we did our 400, our cardio, we're doing our 30 swings. Each round, we're gonna do a different one, so I'll announce it to you when we're doing our 1 minute of break. And then when you're done with your 30 swings, you're gonna do max side-facing burpees. So for that remainder of the 4 minutes, as many as you can, side, jump over the bell, or step over the bell, depending on how you're modifying, and go back and forth until the time is up. Our scoring for today is the total number of burpees, so that's what you're tracking. After the first round, you're gonna make some adjustments depending on how you are performing. So about a minute of burpees is what we should be aiming for. The cardio is about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Russian swing will be about the same, probably 1.5-ish, and that should give you about a minute. If you find yourself with a lot more than a minute, then you want to up the swings by 5 or change your weight to make it closer to that minute mark. If you are significantly less than a minute for doing your burpees, then we want to think about dropping it by 5 reps, the swings, or reducing the weight. Okay? I'm going to give you all a second to get yourselves together. So we're talking about our cardio, 30 swings. The RX is 53 and 35. And then max side facing burpees in the 4 minutes remaining. I'm going to get the clock set, get my weights ready, and you all can do the same. If you have any questions, just shoot them out. To work. One minute of rest. So about 25 minutes total with the last rest. I'm gonna stop in between or during each round when you guys start your swings, just to make any cues during the swings, and then jump back into my rounds. I don't suspect I'll see a lot of issues. I'll definitely watch out for when we get into the traveling and the staggered. All right, everybody's set with weights and know what cardio they're doing. Got your water, towel, kettlebell or dumbbell. And we are doing 5 rounds, 4 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest. All right, I'm gonna get us going here. In 10. 3, 2, 1, go. right, first round is in those Russian kettlebell swings. 30. Doing our standard swings, when you hit those 30, you get into those kettlebell side-facing burpees. Coming up on a minute right now. Twenty seconds. 10, hang in. 5 more, get one in. 2, 1. Rest. All right. Good job. So I announced the minute so you can adjust as you need to. If you already had 5 or 6 burpees, you might need to up your reps by 5. And if you weren't into the burpees, might reduce them. This next round is a traveling kettlebell swing. So again, that's step out together, every swing counts. Pick the appropriate weight on this, or no weight is fine. Just to go through the motions. We got 10 seconds for our cardio. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Traveling swings. So stepping out, bringing it together when you're up. Coming up on a minute. Seconds. Hang in, hang on, keep going. 5 more. 2, 1. Make sure you're keeping track of the number. Next round is going to be staggered with the right leg forward. So when you set up, make sure you align that toe with your back heel and step out. This is usually when I'll tell my wrestlers that their mind is going to tell them to quit before their body has to. It's a lot easier when I'm saying it to them though. We got 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good, driving through those hips. Back is straight, same motion. 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Twenty. 10. Keep going. Hang on. Hold on. One more. Great job. We are over the 50% mark. 2 more rounds. This round we're going staggered left. So same thing, stepping, toe spotting with the right, lined with our back heel. Yeah, run. Not running enough. 15 seconds. Round 4. Staggered left leg. Cardio. Swings and burpees in 3, 2, 1, go. Great. Everyone looks great. Keep it up. Keep driving through the ground. Just over a minute, or just under a minute left. Thirty seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. All right, one more round to go. This is where it's mental. You gotta dig deep. Don't let negative talk creep in your head. Last round, we got this. Then this one, we're gonna do alternating arm swings. So, up, transition, up, transition, up, transition, tracking that hand every time. Again, if the weight that you have is heavy, use both hands. We got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Good, everybody looks good. One minute. Here we go, last burpees. Make them count. Thirty. 15. Make them count, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Oh my God. Let's catch our breaths. Whew. And hydrate. Woo. Oh. So your total number of burpees over the 5 rounds is what you want to score in Zen Planner or in the comments below when this goes out on YouTube or in Beth's overview video. Oh, whew. Those burpees get the heart rate up and make it difficult to talk. All right, we got just enough time for 6 minutes of mobility. My favorite part of the workout to do with y'all. So we've done some of these before. Actually, I think we've done all of them before. So I'm going to start the timer. We're going to start down on the ground on our knees. Woo. And first one is one that I'm really bad at. That's why I put it in. It's the kneeling eagle. So you're going to tuck your left elbow in the eye of your right elbow and then reach up to try and grab your other hand. And then I try and work to rotate that left hand. I'm just holding on by my thumb. Some people can grasp their hands, which is amazing. I'm not even close to that. I barely can get my thumb here. But just working to open up your lats, your scapula, shoulders. This joint got some work throughout all those swings and the burpees. Reset if you have to. My elbows are slipping. And we got 10 seconds here. Just breathe. 2, 1. Now we're going to shake that out. Let it set in, and we're going to switch sides. So right elbow into the left eye of your elbow. This one is much harder for me to do. I can barely get the thumb with my middle finger on my left hand. And then just pull it in and breathing. Definitely feel this across my rear delts in particular. You could even come up on your knees if you like. You might find one side is worse than the other, like me. My left side just isn't. Or I guess my right shoulder, I don't know. Mobility going this way is much worse. All right, shake that out. Now we're going into our pancake for 2 minutes. So, sitting down, legs going out on an angle, and we're just gonna lean into it. Just fall over. If your knees bend a little bit, that's okay. As you're relaxing, they'll probably go down some. And just fall into it. We're gonna stay here for 2 minutes total. So let's take a deep breath in and then out through your nose, all that you can, nice and easy. Get all that air out. One more deep breath in and then out. Now we're gonna try and control them. We're gonna do 8 in, hold for 10, and then breathe out slowly for 10. Stay here. So breathe in, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And breathe out controlled. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then do that again. You can count to yourself. In for 8. Out, hold for 10. And then breathe out for 8. And then just relax and breathe naturally. Settle in. All right, now we're gonna move into our sort of lizard hip opener. So coming from a plank, we're gonna step our right hand out, our right foot out to our right hand, drop the knee, untuck the toes. We're gonna send that hip out and work towards elbows. We all know I can't get my elbows to the ground, but I'm sure some of you can. Getting that hamstring, all that posterior chain. Getting our hip flexors in our left hip. Really feeling that in the groin and the hamstring going into the glute. Oh, I'm getting close. And breathing. Getting ready to change in 3 seconds. Nice, easy transition. Come out of that, untuck the toe, go back into your plank, step left. Right knee drops, toes untuck. You can send that knee out to open up the hips some and make room for working down towards your elbows. And all you have to do is breathe, settle into it, relax. Each time you breathe out, you should go a little bit deeper in. Let your body just settle in. Just let it go. Focusing on the breath, all the work that you did, watching the sweat drip down below you. It's almost as soothing as a nice, soft thunderstorm. 2, 1, and we are done. Woo. All right, great work as always. You should feel great about what effort you just put in. It was not easy to do, doing all that cardio, off of the burpees, 5 rounds, a lot of swings. I would keep hitting some stretches as you move throughout the day when you feel things start tightening up. And yeah, thanks for joining me as always. We'll be back here next week.
Your wife hung in with us this time. No household emergencies.
Well, the dogs are getting better. We did come out. There was an accident, and I had the spray bottle out here for cleaning the mats, so that was a little bit of an emergency. Kids are learning, and the dog is getting a little bit better in the house. So
I always think she's like dashing out to put a fire out and then coming back.
I know. She is getting better. All right, guys. Thank you. Great job. And I'll see you either at the gym or back here next week.
All right. Thanks so much.
Take
All right,
care.
take care.
Bye.
Yep.